Trump as Lura, Lura, right? So as a big old fat fucking Trump. So I came across a guy on a bike. I'm gonna run get the K truck. See if I can go pick him up. At least drive him outside of town. He's headed to Fukuoka. That's a long ass way. I don't want him to step in front of me. A guy on a truck. So let's see if I can help him out. My hair's all messed up here. Let's see if I can get this here. How you doing? I'm rushing to fucking A. I'm rushing to get my family's K truck. Hello? Hold on, let me try to fix this here. Come on. God damn it. Let's go this way. All right, now this will work better. Get me in the picture. Right there. All right. So, anyway, Move2Japan. This is my new channel. My life as expat living here. I'm an American. Been in Japan 20 years. I got the fuck out in 2004. America is a turd country made worse by Trump. So this guy here that I put on the picture may well be the next president of America. And America's fucked if that's the case. So I'm going to grab my K truck at the family house and see if I can pick this guy up, load up his bike on the back of the K truck, and get him outside, give him a little bit. Man, that's a hell of a fucking way. Hey, look, hola. What's up? You like the picture of Trump, big fat fuck Trump? Big fat fuck Trump. I'm getting a K truck. I'm going to try to help this guy out here. Where's my K? There's the K truck. Here's the K truck right here. So this is my in-laws. Ego de shabere. Hey, shabere. Oi. Oi, hikikomori-kun. Never shite no. All right, let's grab this here. In case I need power. We're going to grab, this is my my family's, this is where my wife grew up. This is the K truck we're going to grab. So it's traditional Japanese house. No one's home. And I'm going to grab the keys to the K truck. Got the K truck. That's a K truck. So my idea is we'll try to find the guy now. And we're going to throw his bike on the back. And I'm going to give him a ride, give him a little bit of a ride, and learn about who this guy is. So we're hunting for this foreigner. I don't know who this guy is. Wait until you see his bike. Holy shit, his bike. All right. Let's go find this fucking gaijin. How much gas to have? I can get gas too. Holy shit, it's got no fucking room. All right, we're off in the K truck. This is a new channel. It's about get the fuck out of America, move to Japan because you got a fucking dictator about to potentially take control. So now is your time. These K trucks are cheap. You can get them for a couple grand. So this is an old one. I mean, you can pick them up for free practically. So this guy, wait until you see this guy's bike, right? He's like, he's got so much shit, and I have my truck. It's like I can't get the bike in the truck, but maybe I can get the bike. We can pick the bike up. But I want to know who this guy is. We're gonna get him in the car, talk to him. Konbawa. Eigo no benkyou ne. Eigo shaberu. ローマン字書いてください。ローマン字。カタカナひらがな無理です。ほら、マイケルはドライビングです。危ない。呼んで何こんばんは。こんばんは。こんにちは。あ、こんにちは。こんにちは。はじめまして。どうぞよろしく。僕は名前はマイケルです。All right. We're going to try to intercept this guy. All right. I got my phone just sitting here. All right. And then we're going to interview this guy. Yeah, please follow, like, watch my videos. New 新しいのチャンネルです。これは新しいのチャンネル。Move to Japan! Everyone fucking liked it. And that was gone. I got 4 thumbs up. A bunch of people shut up. Yeah, I got to get out. Hey there. So I want to help people get out, dude. So moving to Japan, I mean, I came here. I didn't speak any. I don't speak any Japanese really. I moved here. You know, I took a job. So you know, in order to stay here a long time, you need to take a job. Want to get out because you're about to get a dictator that's going to basically follow Putin, right? Putin, you have to understand, Putin has a roadmap to turn a democracy. You see, Russia was a fledgling democracy, and then Putin came in there and just fucking murdered it. And Trump is doing the same thing with America. And the way he's going to do it is really simple. Look, I'm talking like Trump, right? He's going to do it really simple. He's going to basically enact something called the Project 2025. He says it's not his, but it's all his guys. All his guys fucking wrote it. It's fucking his, dude. All of his guys. And his vice president is best friends of the fucking Federalist Society, you know, group. The whole thing that's going to happen is, this is what I think is going to happen. If Trump wins, they're going to fucking 25 Article 25 his ass, so that they've got J.D. Vance, who's a very fucking slick Trump, who then they're going to enact the whole Project 2025 shit. Remember, Vance's best friend is the guy who runs Project 2025. Bannon is connected to all these fucking crazy ass billionaires, which are part of Christian nationalists. Christian nationalists are fascists. That's what Hitler was, a fucking Christian nationalist. You know, wake up. And he's going to exterminate. I'm looking for this guy now. He's going to be coming down this road over here. I don't think he's going to be that far yet. So we're going to cut over to that road. Then I'm going to pull over. The guy, wait until you see this dude. This white guy. He's not about my age, dude. He's about my age. He's got a bike with so much fucking shit on it. We got to know who this guy is. When I see a white person, there's hardly any white people around where I'm at, dude. Right? I'm there. Should see him. I don't want to fucking run into that guy. No, I'm looking over here, and then I look up, and there's a fucking massive semi headed my way, and the guy's looking right at me. So I nod at him. He was like, dude, I'm about to fucking wipe out this K-truck. You will die on a head-on collision with a K-truck. You will fucking die. So you can pick these up in the States, though. They sell them in the States. I think you can pick them up for about $7,000, maybe. You just type in K-truck Japan. All right, he should be I'm going to cut over. I left him at the bridge. Has he gotten this far down? Dude, he's going fucking slow. All right, I know where I'm going to go. I'm going to hit the next intersection over. Maybe he stopped at a convenience store. Well, we're going to find this. We're going to find this sucker, dude. We're going to find him. Woo! It's hot. So, yeah, any questions about moving to Japan? So what I'm doing is starting this new channel. The whole idea is to get people thinking about Japan. Japan is this amazing place. There are literally 10 million empty homes here. 10 million empty homes. So you can buy a home in Japan for as little as $5,000. You can buy a home with land for as little as $5,000. You can rent for as little as $300 a year. $300 a year. Right? It's amazing what you can get away with in Japan. All right. I don't see him. I'm looking for him. All right. So we're going to go down to, I think I'm going to turn, God, did he stop there? I know he's probably down this road. All right, we're going to try to go this way. He's got to have passed this by now, because when I passed him, I was going up the bridge, down the bridge. We're going to cut over to that road. I doubt he may have stopped. He may have stopped at the convenience store. So we're looking for this foreigner riding this bike that is just fucking full of shit. So I jumped out of my car, got into this little truck here, and I'm in search of him. In search of this foreigner. And we're going to ride down this road till we find him. So he's probably... He would have gone down this road. He'd been biking down this road here, which is kind of a busy road. Kind of a busy road to be on a bike. Japan is not bike friendly. It really isn't. So, but you don't have to worry about people like running you over, on a bike. Let's see. Maybe I won't be able to find him. So I'm in search of a guy on the bike about my age, and he's riding to Fukuoka. And Fukuoka is the next island down. It's a long fucking way. So I figured I'd pick him up, find out who he is, throw his shit in the back of the truck, right? And learn about what's going on. Why is he in Japan? What does he think of Trump? He was struggling. He was struggling going up a hill, right back there, and I kind of stopped. I go, hey. I go, where are you going? I said, what's your story? Where are you going? He goes, Fukuoka. I was like, right there. I go, damn, that's far away. And then I drove off, and he was just struggling trying to get there. Because I talked to him, he had to stop riding, and I just killed his going up the thing there. I have a cell. Yeah, man. You can. I've got a Patreon page. If you do Move2Japan.info, takes you to my Patreon page. And I have a cell phone. You can text me. I have a U.S. number you can text me at. It's 202-656-6012. 202-656-6012. Mr. 12, 23. You can text me there. Send me a message there. Dude, I can't believe he got them. Oh, maybe he got this far. This is the road he was on. But the idea is really simple, right? I do videos about moving here, talk about moving here. I show you Kias. You know, they're literally there are IKEA banks. These communities organize them. But the problem is I think that something like 80% of all Kias are not listed on the IKEA bank. I'll say it again. 80% of Kias are not listed on IKEA bank. And for a number of reasons. Where the fuck is this guy? Where is this motherfucker? I'm looking for a gaijin on a bicycle. He's got to be on this road. This guy's, they're checking the water. He's interesting. I don't know why they're checking the water, but they're checking the water back there. Maybe checking what the water is like. Interesting. I'm in search of a guy on a bike that I crossed. I switched over to my little K truck here. It's a family K truck. We're rice farmers in Japan. And now I'm like driving, looking for his ass. Unless he stopped. He could have stopped back there. I should have gone all the way back to where I saw him. I don't know if he could have gotten this far, dude. The way he was overloaded with shit, dude. All right, I'm going to take it up here. There's no way. I'm going to get to that convenience store. There's no way he could have gotten this far. He must have stopped, like I thought he may have stopped at the 7-Eleven just for a snack and for a break and a rest, because he fucking was about dying going up the hill. And then I'm going to turn around and head back this way and see if he's there, because he's definitely not, he couldn't have gotten this far. No way in fucking hell. He'd have to be, who's the guy, the Tour de France guy who got busted for all the steroids and injecting and changing out his blood and all that shit, dude. What's his name? Yeah. Look at all these guys here. All right, there's no fucking way in hell. There he is. Holy shit, I found him. He's right here. Actually, yo, I got myself my K truck. This is called a K truck. And I figured we could throw your bike on it, give you a little break, find out who you are.
Where are you going?
Well, I live here, but I'll drive you kind of through Fukui and, give you a little bit of a break.
Well, I'm actually going to the Fukui Arts Museum.
Okay, I can take you there.
Okay, thanks.
Hold on, let's pull over here, and let's just... We're going to throw everything, we're going to pick the whole thing up and throw it on the back.
Well, I'm probably going to take back stuff off.
I don't think you need to, but you can do whatever. We found them! Here. I mean, we can lift it up together. I'm Dadu. It's James. That's my middle name. I'm American.
But whereabouts?
Well, that's a tough question. Depends on what age. You don't want to just pick up the whole bike together and just throw it on there?
Well, I'll tell you what, if I take this...
No, I think we can just together just lift it up. All right, here. Here, I think we can. Hold on. Ready? Set. We can do it. We can drop the side down too. Okay. Yes. All right. Yeah, just lean it on the side. All right. Okay. We got some bungee. That's tough. I saw you. Well, I saw you. We're live on YouTube, by the way. James, say hi.
Hey. Hi.
So I said I came across. You're rare. So you're rare. I'm rare around here. And I said, Fukuoka's a long way. I can at least help him along his way. Get him there. Looks like your bags need a little work.
Oh yeah, I mean this
You need a little tape.
this is definitely a bit of a box job, but when I get to Fukuoka, I'm leaving all this behind mostly.
Yeah. Well, I think it'll be. Are you flying? Are you headed back then? Are you going? Where are you?
Yeah, well, last year I cycled from Seoul to Tokyo for 3 months.
Yeah.
And then so this year I went up to Hokkaido, and then so it's another 3 months back to Fukuoka, and then that's it.
So you're just a global cycler.
I won't say a global cycler, but
You sound like you're. Let me guess. You're New Zealand or
no,
Australian?
I'm English, but
Oh, you're British.
I lived in Australia for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, I did my O levels.
Okay.
Something that connects us. You probably did your O levels. You look old enough for O levels.
I did O and
And
A.
and CS. Did you do?
Yeah.
When I graduated, the O levels and CSCs were kind of switching out.
Okay. Where was that?
I was in Staffordshire,
Okay.
near Newcastle on the Lyme, Hanley,
Okay.
around that area.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with that area?
Well, yes, actually, I lived in Manchester for a while, so I used to. Well, my parents were in Nottingham, so I used to hitchhike from Nottingham to
Down.
Manchester. So it goes through that area.
So, so you this is your when did you do your last excursion?
Last excursion was the same 3 months, so September, October, November.
Last year.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a meditation retreat. I mean, bicycling is kind of like meditating.
Well, it is in Japan. I mean, it's just such a fantastic. Um, yeah, I mean, you go to the tourist spots and you
Right.
just can't stand it.
Yep.
Because even though obviously the temples are in Kyoto,
Right.
you come across some fantastic little
Yeah.
shrines and temples.
Have you been to Echizen?
No, but I'm gonna go. So I was a bit late today. I was gonna cycle up to Fukuoka last night and then hopefully get to Suruga tomorrow before the big rain.
Right.
Today
Suruga.
before the big.
Suruga.
Yeah.
Well, Suruga's that way. Oh no.
No.
Suruga, you're right. No, Suruga's that way. I'm thinking about Toyama.
I was gonna say.
No. You're right.
I've been to
Suruga.
Toyama. That was a little gem.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you should get to. You should try to get to Eiheji since you're here. That's the birthplace of Zen Buddhism.
Whereabouts is that?
I'll drive you. I'll make it my day. I'm a retiree.
Where
So Eiheji is literally over there. So you can hit the museum, take you to the museum, then I'll drive you over to Eiheji. It's Eiheiji.
Yeah, I'm not sort of. I came past Renoshi yesterday.
Ren,
Reno.
Ro,
So
Renoshi.
he's the Amitabha Buddhist. And like to me, the whole idea of a Buddhist, it's kind of Buddhism. It's nothing like
But
the
you
original.
you
It's
need to
not
see
like
it.
the original concept of the Buddha. I mean, the Buddha said, no images. And then yesterday, I was at this beauty here. um, yeah, so this beauty here, 73 meters high. I mean, how ridiculous is that? Down in Kaga.
Yeah, the big statue. Well,
Yeah.
this is massive trees, ancient.
Okay.
This is very different, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of on your way.
Yeah. All right.
You know, let's throw that on there. So
So I reckon everything should be okay on the back
yeah,
here.
everything will be fine.
Yep.
You've got if you want bungee cord, make sure nothing's gonna fly. You got that covered there.
Yep.
This isn't gonna take off. You're gonna be fine.
That's okay.
All right. We picked up James. He must go to Fukui Museum.
So how come
Uh, I left the States in 2004.
But you left the UK for the States.
So yeah, so my father. So the story, that's why it's kind of tough. You know, I was raised in Spain. So I'm Palma de Mallorca, which you probably heard of, being a
Was
Brit.
your father in the army or something?
My father was a naval attaché, um, and he was, and when basically, whoever was president in the early 70s, we moved there in 72. He was like disillusioned with America, kind of like I was, and he moved. He said, "I'm getting the fuck out." I don't know if it was because of Nixon. When did Nixon get impeached?
73, wasn't it?
So I think it was probably, yeah, he was a Nixon fan. Nixon got impeached. He was one of those, because Nixon had like he had like a 70, 80% GOP approval rating.
Well, Nixon would be.
For Trump.
If Nixon was in the Republican Party, well, he wouldn't be because he's too left wing.
Yeah.
If you look at what the Republican Party is now and what Nixon was,
Yeah.
it's,
Night and day. But he was, his tapes, so he moved to Spain, moved the family there. We lived on a big chalet right on the coast, and then my parents were divorced when I was 3. He started dating an English woman he'd met there, right? And then that caused us to move to England, and she wanted to get rid of me because I was, my dad was the center of the world for my dad. So where do you think I went? Off to prep school, age 8, up in West Yorkshire. I went to prep school, right there between Skipton and Keighley, and Mary Queen of Scots area where she was interned, and then I went there. And then when I was 16, my father had this crazy idea of getting the whole family back together, and my mother had moved to Florida, and my brother was there, and so he decided to move to Florida and get the families close together. He was an idealist, and yeah, and then I moved back to this. I was there. I graduated from American high school after finishing British high school. I went back to high school, and then I ended up, going to Florida State University. Then I went out and got my master's at the University of Alabama. In between, I founded a Shakespeare festival called the Southern Shakespeare Festival, still going on today. I studied at the Royal National Theatre in 1994. Ian McKellen, Anthony Hopkins, Alan Rickman were all masterclass teachers of mine. So I've had a crazy, kind of a crazy experience. And then basically, I had a dream. I was married to a Japanese woman, had 2 boys, and after breaking up with the woman I thought I was going to marry, I decided to follow the dream, which led me here. After spending 2 years living in Manhattan with my best friend who's a comedian.
So wait a minute, the Japanese woman was in America?
No. I was dating a divorce attorney in Boston, and then when we broke up, about 6 months before us breaking up, I had this very, very vivid dream. And I remember telling her, I said, "You won't believe this dream I had. It was so real. Married to a beautiful Japanese woman. I had 2 boys. It was amazing."
Oh, okay, I see.
So, and then we laughed about it, and then 6 months later, the relationship went down.
So you don't actually have any Japanese boys?
I do. I have 2 Japanese boys, and I found the woman. I married the woman and had the kids. I dreamed about it in 2000.
Okay.
In 2001.
So is that where do they live? Where do you live?
I live right here. We built a house and raised the kids. The kids are now 15 and 17. They're both at school. Wife's at work. She actually works down here. And I was just, I bought an IKEA house. You know what IKEA houses are, right?
Well, I know what IKEA is.
No, not IKEA. IKEA.
Oh, yes, an
IKEA.
Yes,
it's an abandoned, empty house, right?
Yes. So are you renovating that for tourists?
Well, so this idea of this channel, Move2Japan. The idea is to encourage people to do what I did, right? Come here, make it a life.
Yeah, but can you live
Yeah, that's some of the things that you got to work around. So
I thought there was a 90-day maximum.
There is.
So
there is.
When you say workaround, you mean
You marry. You get married to a Japanese woman, or you have a Japanese wife here, and you have got your English wife there. You know, so you can stay here as long as you want. They don't check. There's no checking. Yeah. I'm not saying to do that, but I'm just saying that, having a wife somewhere else doesn't prevent you from having a wife in Japan, is my point. No.
Probably not best to put that on YouTube.
Well, I'm not endorsing that at all, but I'm just saying, ideally you don't want to be married, but there is also a work visa. You come here on you're on for 90 days.
Yes.
You find yourself, teaching English as a second language job.
But then you have to be sponsored, don't you?
Well, they can sponsor you, right? They sponsor you, and so you can take a job. So that there is that's a community center there,
Okay.
in the shape of a flower.
Uh-huh.
And and the third way is actually to be an investor, right? And that's kind of the angle that I'm looking to kind of work is someone puts in $35,000 as an investor visa into a business that employs 2 Japanese. And what I'm doing is I already have a business that we're setting up, or a real estate business that my friend has. So imagine this: you invest in the business and you get a house and property for free. You get that as a gift. So we buy, so with the $35,000, we buy property. With the property, your investment, the company gives you your visa, and then you got your investment visa.
And these two guys are fixing up the IKEA.
So no, I'm fixing it up. So I bought this IKEA myself for literally $7,000. Little house, fixed the roof. It's got power to it. It needs a lot of work, but most IKEAs will. But what I'm doing is I'm fixing it up basically with just used stuff. So I'm trying not to buy stuff at all. I want it to be completely sustainable. In England, you have them. You have the Hobbit House, a very famous Hobbit House. If you Google Hobbit House, a guy basically, built his own house with just material around that he found, and it's very famous.
Like in the forest.
Somewhere he bought some land and built his own house, and then basically the county came in and wanted to run it down because he didn't get the permits and stuff like that. Really famous, but it's a beautiful, beautiful house. I think he ended up saving the house and didn't get demolished. So on that. So what's your story? So you live in UK, whereabouts?
Well, I don't actually. I'm a resident of Bulgaria.
You're a Bulgarian now.
Well, you see, the thing is, I emigrated to Australia, and then I moved back to England.
Yeah.
And then I'm a physiotherapist, so I was doing locum work. So I was basically working maybe 6 to 8 months of the year and having the rest of the time. And then I ended up on one of these trips.
In search of a wife.
No, buying an apartment. No, I've been down that route. I like my freedom. So I ended up buying this apartment in a ski resort. And then Brexit happened, which was obviously a disaster for me as well. So it's kind of like, because the only property I had was this apartment.
What did Brexit mean to you as a owner?
Well, it meant that, when there was no regulations, before then, it was kind
for a foreigner to buy a property.
Yeah, but being in Bulgaria, I could stay there for 90 days, go across the border to Greece for a couple of hours, come back in, and then, but with Britain leaving the EU, that didn't apply anymore. So it basically, you either were in or out. So, I applied for residency there, and so I basically go there. I spend the winter there, really, and then a bit of time in summer.
So you like skiing? Is that why you bought an apartment in Bulgaria?
Well, yeah, I sort of thought I'd come to Japan and have a look around. Obviously, it has a fantastic reputation.
Oh, it does. I mean, it's the best thing. I mean, ever. I mean, there's Ski Jam over here, which is famous, but even a more beautiful place. You came down. You should have gone by Hakuba.
Well, I came past Nozawa Onsen,
No,
and I would have gone up to Nozawa, but I actually injured my leg the day before. You know, I
right?
basically smashed the thigh, and you know, I could barely walk for a couple of days. So I was cycling. I was still cycling. I was cycling one leg almost. You know, it was kind of bizarre that day. You know, the day I injured it, it was just so painful.
Yeah,
But as a physiotherapist, I figured, well, okay, you know, if I rest this, it's going to be hell for, you know, I'm just going to keep going, it's sort of, obviously now I still got some pain in the leg, but it's nothing like it was, you know. So,
yeah. So that's interesting. So I'm kind of taking the whole. I mean, the whole idea that Trump getting the um, coming into power potentially is going to create a mass exodus of individuals
yes.
and getting them to to come to Japan and me working with them. And the way I've set it up is I've set up a Patreon page. So move number 2Japan.info, right? Will take you to the Patreon page, and I'm going to have tier systems, and based on the tier system, I'm there for you, right? So as a consultant or whatever, like like for in the tier system works in such a way that whatever you put in goes towards. Let's say you come here, like you're like I've done 5 documentaries on giant hornets in Japan. So like I have a new documentary coming out on Disney Plus called Bee's Life. So they pay me a consultant fee to do the documentary. So it's kind of the same way I get paid as a consultant to solve your problems moving to Japan, getting your visa, working around that, finding if you need to find your wife, if you need whatever it is that you want to do. There's 3 million. The thing is, there's 3 million. I mean, there's 3 million single women in Japan,
Do you
right?
speak Japanese?
Squashy, a little bit. Squashy means little. Squashy.
But obviously your wife must speak good English.
She couldn't speak English when I met her that much. My first date was very tactile, and then I was actually introduced to her. I came here. I got a job as a teacher, right?
Yes.
Even though I don't have any experience teaching, I have a master's degree, I have a double master's degree in business management administration and nonprofit administration, and that was enough because they were looking for someone to help migrate their paper system into an electronic system, and I had a little experience there, plus my background. So I got a job originally doing that. Um, you know, that's how I really got my visa, and then my boss. What is this old guy? You see that? You see that marker on the back of the car?
Oh, okay.
That means old fucker.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
Does it really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That means he's elderly.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So is there a mark for a woman driver as well?
There isn't a mark for a woman, but there's a mark for new driver.
Oh, okay.
So there's a new driver. I can't remember what it is, but that's elderly driver right there.
That's actually quite a good idea.
Yeah, I
That
just
might save some of the old road rage, you know.
yeah, just like it's an old and you usually can tell
Because
them.
even on the bicycle, I'm sometimes going, come on, go the fuck past
Yeah,
me. You know, I'm
yeah,
sort of pulled over to
yeah,
the
and they
end
won't
spot.
pass you. It's not very bike friendly, Japan. They won't run you over, but they don't understand bikes that much. And usually, if you see someone riding a bike, it's either children, Japanese children, or foreigners if they're adults. Adult, unless I mean you'll see some old men ride bikes. But for the most part, if you see someone riding bike and they're in their 20s or 30s, they're actually workers, Chinese, Indonesian, or something working for it. So, do you have your GPS? I think I know where the Fukui Museum is. I'm going to take you to the one I know. I don't know which one. Natural History Museum. I was I used to work for this farm right here. This guy. I've worked as a farmer. I've worked as a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
But you've got to see Eiheji. We'll take your ride to Eiheji. It's literally over there, you know. And then were you going to go down the, I guess, the coastal route to Toyama? Take the old route along the ocean?
Suruga.
Sorry, Suruga. I'm dyslexic.
Well, that's actually got less gradient, less elevation. So I did look at that.
It's a nice ride. I used to take it a lot, and and it's pretty flat. There's some areas, but then I can get you on that road. We can go Eiheji, and then I can get you on that road. Or you could you could go kind of through another T. I can't think what it's called. There's a lot of Brazilian in this town. What the hell is it called? It's over there.
So when you're talking about Aegean, you're talking about this place here.
Eiheji.
Eiheji.
That's not Echizen. Echizen is a prefecture, is
so
area.
Eiheji.
Eiheji. Eiheji. E E H E E EJI. It should pop up.
Yes. So that's to the
Oh,
east.
it's right over there.
Yes. So that's to the east. That's the other way to the coast, isn't it?
Little bit. So I could drive you there. It's a little hilly, so it'd be kind of a bitch for you to ride there. So it can take you there. You can see it. Take a few snapshots if you want to. It's not that big. And then we can. I can take you to. The coastal ride is very beautiful, and there's campsites along the coast.
Oh, okay.
Um,
where were you thinking? Which place?
So basically, it would be over this mountain right here.
Oh, okay.
Those hills right there is the coast.
Oh, okay.
So there's a coastal. It's the old. Before there was Route 8, it was the old way to. It was the original way.
Right. Yeah, no, that one.
And it's not that busy.
Yep.
And there's lots of cafes and stuff. And you'll see camping places on the right, as you drive down, and you'll have beautiful sunset, and it'll be a lot of good stuff. I'm gonna turn left here. The museum that I'm thinking of, actually, maybe I'll take the next slide.
Yeah, don't worry about the museum. If you just want to go across
to Eiheji,
then
okay.
Yeah.
Do the all right. So
looking down here to.
we're gonna go. I know where I'm going. I'm gonna go straight, and then cut through the tunnel, and then cut over.
Yeah, that would make sense for me. Because I looked at that, it was a lot less hilly.
Yeah, it's all along the coast,
Yeah.
and it'll be, and plus you've got your, you can stick your leg in the salt water and get your physio going.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that kind of makes sense. I'll blow Fukui off then.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah, Fukui was destroyed during the war. There really isn't. It's not that pretty a city. It was one of the cities that was leveled.
Mm-hmm.
If you did you stop at Kanazawa up there?
Yes, Toyama and Kanazawa were good. There was quite a lot of tourists in Kanazawa.
Yeah, Kanazawa is very touristy, and it was kind of like Kyoto. It wasn't hit.
Yeah.
What's up, Daddy Travels? Look, I got it. Here's my mate from Daddy Travels is British. I got a British mate. Look, I picked up. So he's one of my saving.
Oh, okay, right.
He's got a daughter. So I just started this channel literally a week ago, and yeah, and I just do live driving around. I saw you. I thought you'd be an interesting subject for the channel, right? And I do, and I've got the picture of a big fat Trump on it because I try to kind of get the MAGA supporters in it. So what's your thoughts on Trump? Have you got any thoughts on Trump?
Well, in America, you'd probably call me an extreme left winger, socialist.
You believe women should be able to have an abortion.
Yes.
You believe that, you know, children should be able to take care of when they're born, that they shouldn't be just left to the fucking, you know, wilds. And, you know, like, for example, having a baby should have access to health care.
Yes,
A woman
yes.
should have access
Yes,
to
yes,
all
yes,
the prenatal cares and
Yeah,
everything.
I mean, the whole idea that you could get that exceedingly rich without contributing to society, which makes you rich,
Right,
is a total fallacy.
right.
You know, so and I mean, you know, up until Reagan cut taxes in the 80s, you know, people paid much higher. The higher earners paid
There wasn't, you know, the reason we have the railways, the interstates, and everything else was because there was an 80% tax rate.
Yeah, well, exactly. So you know, you should, you know, if you're that rich, you should contribute more
Yeah.
to society. You know, that's how I view it anyway.
Instead of concentrating less and less and less on this idea that you're you know, this trickle down bullshit. So yeah, Trump. But you are you up to date with all the shit going on with Trump, like Project 2025?
No, I don't really. You know, I kind of, you know, I think we're past any kind of hope for a decent society, and so I just don't really follow that. You know, Britain has been run into the ground by the rich for, you know, so many years.
Yeah, yeah. And the guy now that took over Labour is kind of a sellout, isn't he?
Well, he's not really. Apparently, he's not really doing much. I mean,
He's a, what's his name?
Keir Starmer.
Starmer.
Sir Keir.
Sir Keir.
Yes.
Kind of sellout. Shit, we can barely hear. Maybe turn off this here. Let me turn off my headset. Hold on. Can you hear me now? Check, 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 check. Can you hear me now, Daddy? Check, check. See, what happens is my headset probably picks up all the noise of the car. They're like, I can barely hear you. I can hear you. Oh, okay. Hear me, but not you. You gotta speak up. Not my. This is what Move2Japan. You see a foreigner, you pick him up. He had his bike. His bike was like a cartoon. You were like a cartoon. You had so much shit. You know, like you know, the old adventurer. Yeah, with all the adventure stuff on his back. You know, I used to play Dungeons and Dragons. I used to have a little lead figure, and it was called the Adventurer. And he had like the big backpack and had everything. It was like this. You know, it's kind of like how I don't know if you have Dungeons and Dragons, but when people play the game, they want everything in the world.
Yes.
And if you had everything in the world, you'd look like this guy. You know, it's like you know, oh, my guy has that. So when I saw him riding the bike, I was like, oh, it reminded me of my little lead figure that I love so much. And also, I kind of screwed you over, James, didn't I?
How come?
You were working so hard going up that hill, and all of a sudden some asshole pulls up and goes, hey, where are you going?
And I just looked like I was working hard. I hadn't changed gears, you know.
Oh, so, you were working hard.
And sometimes that happens, you know.
And then basically you had to stop, right? You had to put your leg down. You were so good you didn't have your leg. And then the asshole drives off. And I said to myself, you know, I'm gonna go get the K truck. This is the K truck. Pick up the family K truck and then come find his ass and you know, make his life a little easier today, because I'm sure he could use a break from riding his bike.
Well, I kind of figure if I could get to Suruga tonight, then it's going to really throw it down tomorrow. So
you're not going to get to Suruga tonight.
Well, actually,
maybe.
You know, down on the coast, it's about 70 k's.
So you can do that.
Yeah, 70 k's on pretty flat ground. Yeah, I mean, if I from midday onwards, I could do that. Yeah.
So you've been camping? Where have you been staying? Just camping?
Yep, I'm camping, and so, you know, people come past me in the morning. A lady gave me a coffee this morning.
Yes, nice.
She had one cup left, she said, and so she'd been down on the beach with the fishermen, you know. So It's really quite nice camping down.
Talk about the Japanese people. Aren't they the most empathic, gentle people you've ever met?
Well, yes. I mean, for sure. I mean, they're very accepting, aren't they, of everything? Yeah.
And they're even if they can't speak the language, they try to communicate with you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And like that, bringing you a coffee. Always. It's there's a guy who wrote a book called Jeremy Rifkin. Have you heard of Jeremy Rifkin?
Yes, yeah.
He wrote the book called The Empathic Civilization, right?
Oh, did he?
Back in 2012.
Is that a good book?
Oh, yes, The Empathic Civilization.
Okay, I shall definitely have to.
And what makes the book a really, really important book is that it was written before cryptos, like before the whole decentralized movement and all that stuff, and Bitcoin was really wasn't there. And he talks about and also it was right after the he talks about the whole collapse of society with the oil, right? His argument was the reason why that caused the great collapse in 2008 was the price of oil hitting $120 a barrel.
Yeah.
That we just simply could not afford that.
Well, no, because I mean that's it. The collapse of Western civilization.
Yeah.
Because we're oil importers, but if you're an oil producer, obviously, I mean that allowed Chavez to do all his social work in.
This is very pretty in the springtime. Those are all cherry trees there.
Yeah. Wow.
And they just light up, and people walk along there. It's just a sea of white flowers.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful. There, it's a very famous landmark. So his argument was, until we can become empathic as a civilization, that we care about one another and have empathy.
Well, yes, exactly.
And my argument is there is no more. I've never found, I've traveled quite a bit, a country more empathic than Japan. And here is my simple test. How do you tell how empathic a civilization is? My little test. What do you think? It is something we have to do every day, no matter where we are. Use the restroom.
Go to the toilet, yeah.
Go to the toilet.
Yeah.
And you go to a truck stop. Right? And you check out the toilets of a truck stop.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And the quality of the toilets at a truck stop tells you how empathic a civilization is. It's a gear.
Well, I mean that's actually I can see that. Yeah.
Right?
I mean the toilets here are fantastic, aren't they?
Yeah. Like the bidets, they're all built-in bidets, everything else, and
the heated toilets.
They're heated. They make sound like you're embarrassed, right? On it, yeah. So that's my little qualifier on he also wrote his next book called the Zero Marginal Cost Society, which also came out like 2014, which is also very timely because of AI, because of technology, everything else. The cost to produce and to write and everything is there. To do all these different things has a near zero marginal cost, just the cost of power on that.
The other thing is education. Like, to me, society should have free education for all.
Yep.
Up to whatever age. So up to now there's the university for the third age. Obviously they have this, but I think the more that you have learning in society, then the better it is.
So something I agree, and back in 2007 I talked about something called the educational singularity. So the technological singularity is when old man riding a bike. See, I told you, you're gonna see You see,
Well, if you ride a bicycle, you never get old. You know, cycling is the best exercise. You know,
I need to start riding a bicycle then.
Yeah, and you know, obviously in Japan, it's not like, you know, in Bulgaria you risk your life on the roads. You know, in
Right.
cycling. You need to get one of those sticky things.
I wasn't planning to drive this truck, only because of you, James. Yeah, I usually have it sitting up. I can usually just have it sitting up right here. There you go. As long as I don't hit any bumps on that. The epoch, we've arrived in the educational singularity. So the educational singularity is the moment you can autonomously learn, you know, anything, right, to an 8th grade equivalent, anytime, any place, anywhere. So because of GPT, because of the AI, anyone now can just talk to this device and learn anything. Right? So there's new chips coming out. They're not GPU chips. You'll be able to load an entire language model onto it. So imagine you've got a phone like this that has a camera, can recognize the student, knows where that student's at, and can interact with that student autonomously, recognize when that student is not engaged or not interested, and basically have all the knowledge of of child development, of all the learning, you know, just to have a genius at all these different levels, and have a very specialized teacher that conforms to the needs of the person that it's interacting with. And imagine now that every village in the world, maybe doesn't every child does it, but let's say there's 20 of them in every little village in the world. And the cool things about this, they don't need to be connected to the web. Everything is contained within the CPU within it, right? So imagine now you've got benchmarks for learning, right? We all have benchmarks. It's the parabola, right? The parabola. And imagine now that you have this AI interacting with this child, and it's interacting with all the kids in the village, right? And everyone, you could pass it on, and it just switches over. And it's, you know, and the kid gets to pick its favorite avatar, and it becomes like, you know, like this best friend, you know, and you know, and think of it, it's you've got Plato and Socrates and Aristotle, you got Mozart, Beethoven, everything just rolled up. So if it's music education, no matter what it is, right, it can do, you know, all of that. So the basic chip that I want to I see is math, science, and language arts, right? On it. Imagine then, because of the benchmarks, right, the AI recognizes this child who's just blowing away the benchmarks. It's the next Einstein. It's the next, you know, this child, right? You never, in the past, you've never been able to identify who this child was, and probably would, you know, would have become a leader or whatever in it. But what would be the value of society to identify?
That would be pretty good, wouldn't it?
To identify Socrates living in some little village in rural India, right? Because he just blows away the benchmarks, you know, on that. And what, you know, and imagine all of a sudden you get this little alert to MIT or whatever and say, hey, we got the next, this is the, you don't send the person information, you just have the benchmark. This is he's 8 years old, he's performing, I'm trying to think which way I want to go. We got to, this is Fukui, we're cutting through downtown Fukui. This is Emorty, I used to teach English, this is one of my customers I taught at, a really big IT company. So, you know, imagine then all of a sudden you get this, you know, MIT, Harvard, so-and-so, and it says here's a benchmark, here's an 8-year-old who's performing at a PhD level, right, in maths, right? You want to make an offer for a scholarship, full scholarship for this, you have no ethnic, all you have is the benchmark information. So all these big institutions like bid up to get access to this, you know, to get this child to come to their facility, you know, to their university. What would be the, you know, that's where I see the future. You know, I see we're in the educational singularity. It's unfolding. I call it an epoch, right? that's so.
Well, they might say, no, we don't want that. We want the AI instead.
Well, everyone has the AI.
No, but that's what I'm saying is that by that time the AI might have passed the genius. You know.
See, the problem with AI. Here's a good example. There's a very famous AI instructor, and the problem with AI is this: it's the creativity of AI. AI doesn't have creativity. What you see with it creating images and everything else is just merging data together.
Yeah.
It's not creativity as we have creativity. And a good example of this is jazz.
Yes.
How jazz came about. AI could never, and this is based on one of the AI top individuals. He's like a big hair, big. I can't think of his name right now. He runs OpenAI. Not OpenAI, but I can't remember what his company runs at. I'll think about his name in the future. But he says, there's no, AI could never invent jazz. There's no connection to jazz, to any music in between or anything else. It's completely a new form. And see, the value of finding that Plato, that Einstein, that person is with that individual can create the next leap to take AI to that next level. So having access to that human genius is very important. AI is simply a tool to identify it because it knows the benchmarks. It knows it's just going through the process right on it.
So you don't teach English anymore?
No, I kind of about 5-6 years ago I stopped. I started working on a bunch of my own projects, like this. That was one of the projects I was trying to get going. It's called education using information technology. I was fortunate to get into Bitcoin early. I don't have a ton of it anymore. I've got very little of it left, but it allowed me to basically be free.
Oh, so what was the price when you bought Bitcoin?
Oh, in the hundreds of dollars.
So that was okay.
Yeah, and it's still, Bitcoin is still going to go up significantly because there's going to be this Bitcoin crunch that's going to happen, and it's when the supply, when the exchange supply drops under 1 million. This will be a run on the bank. So exchange supply now is about 2 million. So when it drops in the next 5 years, it's going to drop down to in the millions.
So the exchange supply of what?
So the exchange supply is how much Bitcoin is actually available for purchase on exchanges. Okay. So you can take, and it's really easy to calculate. You take the cost of Bitcoin divided by the volume. Right, or the volume divided by the cost, and tells you what's the amount of Bitcoin going over exchanges, right?
How much is Bitcoin at the moment?
It's nearly at 70,000. It's went back up. It went down to 48, and then it's gone back up.
It's going to drop again.
I think it's going to peak up. It's not going to drop like I think 50 may be the new low, right, on it. It may, it's very unlikely it drops under 50, I don't think, but I think it's going to peak up to nearly 100. Then you're going to see it retrace quite a bit. So it does this peaking up and going down. Bitcoin's 53 right now. Hold on, I'm just talking to someone. Maybe it dropped down. Man, I was right. It was 60. It was in the 60s like yesterday. It's on 53. Wow, it went all the way up to like 68 and retraced to 53. Man, I should have sold. Fuck. I'll get it next time. Is that pounds there, Daddy? Or is that dollars? Because 53, that could be pounds. If it's pounds, it's close to 58, 60. All right.
how low is the yen going to go?
I don't know. I have no idea.
You know, for a country that's fairly prosperous, I just don't really get it. Why, you know, the yen is worth so little, really. I mean, it's almost like the
Wow.
the cost of living here. It's almost cheaper than Europe, southern European countries. You know, obviously it's far cheaper than northern European countries, but
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of big misnomer. Everyone thinks of, I mean, if you know where to shop and where to go in Japan, you can get things affordable, right?
Yeah.
If you, of course, if you know, if you're going to go to the expensive restaurants and everything else, yes, Japan is expensive, but there are ways kind of around that.
No, I'm saying to the average person here, you know, there's ways of living fairly cheaply.
Do me a favor, on your phone, stick in the Eiheji as a thing. I'm just, I think I'm in the right area for it. I don't think I screwed up. He'll do it again, Daddy. See what's happening with Bitcoins, it shakes people out. So everyone thought that it was the new bull run happened, right? So everyone started buying these they started margin trading it, thinking that the bull run had started, only for the reversal to happen, and all these guys get just washed out. The exchanges are literally just stealing people's Bitcoin, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have, I mean,
You need to turn left up here.
Yeah, I want to turn left at this light, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This one? This one? Is this one here? Or further down?
A bit further down, yeah.
Let's see.
Let
me just see the map so I can...
yes.
Eiheji, there it is.
Yeah. So I'll put you on the car one. So this one here, I guess, here, which would be turning left or right here.
All right, let's turn here then.
Yeah, we come a circle.
Did we missed? Oh, okay. I went past it.
Yeah, so it's going this way. So we go here.
Yeah, not too bad. I thought I went down too far.
Sort of up this way. Yeah.
I was also thinking of yeah, we're gonna go out. It's back in here. So I was thinking I had Sudaga on my head, on my mind too. All right. So it's up in there.
So when you sold your Bitcoin, did you buy other coins?
I've been, I've been trading here and there. So. But I bought my house, my car, everything. I mean, I've been living the Bitcoin life. Yeah,
did you do a lot of marking when you were teaching English?
Marking,
as in, you know, grading and things like that?
No, not really.
Because my friend who works in Tokyo, he seems to have no life whatsoever. He spends his whole weekend marking.
Grading. He teaches. He's teaching at a Japanese school.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I taught at the private schools, and really the private schools is all about communication. And we would have tests, you know, for depending on the age. I think I'll turn right here, or am I going straight still?
No, straight still. Yeah. We go straight for a bit more.
Okay. So, and that's why I got out of teaching, because you're very much, you're kind of a slave, you know, or you're trapped, because on the holidays they want you to do events, so you don't get any time off.
And here's the funny thing is, when you got to be 60, they lowered his salary by 10% because he was 60.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, obviously.
And that's what happened. Actually, that kind of happened to me. They were like, "Oh, we can't pay what we're paying. We're gonna lower your salary." So I quit. I retired.
Yeah.
Am I still good?
Yeah, no, keep going straight here. Yeah.
Oh, Lee, where are you taking me here?
Well, we're on. Maps.me tends to send you to some pretty funny places.
Look at this.
So you know.
He's taking me down this back street. I'm following his directions. Some pretty house. Look at that pretty house, pretty garden.
So you go left here.
Look at this.
You know, Maps.me will
Look
send
at
me
this.
on my
I'm glad I'm in a K truck.
It'll
Is it right here?
Yep. It'll send me.
James.
It'll send me through fields on the bicycle.
Oh yeah.
So let's hope so. You go through. Yeah. So
I got the bike. This is the bike way. It's good.
Well, I'll be driving across the field.
All right, and straight,
and then we go straight here. Yep. And there's a funny squiggling thing up here.
All right, that woman was trying to bust in front of me. Actually, she had the right of way. Which way, right or left?
No, you sort of go here and
right?
It goes.
Right.
Yeah. So squiggle here. Yeah.
And?
Yeah.
I don't know what this squiggle means.
Neither do I actually. Whether it was sending you that. Anyway, let's go this way. Yeah.
Doing all the yard work. Get to see little Fukui. We'll just turn it around this way.
Yeah. So if you go left up here, then we'll be back on the trail.
All right. Well, we're getting to see a little Fukui. Here?
Yeah. Well, I get to see the back streets, you know, on Maps.me quite sometimes, you know. So then you go off here, yeah.
And you've got a broken app.
And we go right here. I'll tell you what, when we come to this road in a minute up here, we will turn right and get back onto a proper road. Yeah, so go right here, yeah.
This is no traffic.
If we go down to the end here, it'll bring you back onto a proper road.
And? Left?
No, we go down to where the lights are. You
just had me do this big old circle.
No, it's not. It just means we won't be going
through that.
Yeah.
Should have a charger somewhere. What did I do? Do you see a charger, Mike? What did I do with my charger?
Yeah. So if you go here, turn right, then we'll get back on the main road. Yeah.
All right.
Onto a main road.
Turn right?
Yeah, turn right, yeah.
This, I think we just did a complete end. We just went by. This can't be right. Hold on, let me do
we should have gone the other way.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, this is like double backing around. Alright. Resuming the stream. I had to pull out my my map and look and get us on track, since James had me going around in circles a little bit. Not in a bad way. And I have no way to like have this sitting up because of I have no way of holding this. This is what I love. I love the red light and then the green. Was it saying right or straight?
I don't know. I wasn't looking, but I think straight. I think
that's a toll. I want to go 13. I don't want to get on toll road. Actually, that's the road I want to get on over there.
Oh, okay.
That little road. Let's see here. Close. I recognize. I want to get on. This is all new. This toll road stuff. Maybe this is where I want to go. Here, straight. Hold on. South. what are you? How would you classify yourself as a religious? Are you are you an atheist, Christian?
Well, I'd have to be an atheist, although I would say that I would have Buddhist leanings.
So we're similar in that. I just finished writing a book.
I mean, the right way, the right path. You know, I mean,
right.
To a fulfilling life is to live a good life. But then there are other philosophies.
Still taking us.
Yeah,
nice.
we're going up here. There are other philosophies that will go up here and then we go.
See, I like this. This is what I like. I like roads like this. I like the old road. This is the old road. This would have been the road that existed before all the other fucking roads, right?
Unless there's a big truck coming the other way.
Well, they won't though, because it's the old. Unless they're foresters, you know, that's very unlikely.
No, I'm talking from before.
Yeah.
If this was the only road.
Oh, it'd suck. It'd be suck. Yeah. Right, the old way. Yeah, but this is the best way.
Yeah.
You know, these little mountain roads.
Yeah.
This is Japan. I've been up so many of these little roads like this. Like this bamboo forest here. If you need access bamboo, I come over here and just cut myself some bamboo. There you go. Here's this guy done.
I love those little Bob the Builder cars. Does your wife have one of those, or does she have a proper car?
The black car I have was very similar to the little K truck. Mine's a little K truck. This is a K truck. Yeah. This is four-wheel drive too. So if we need to put four-wheel drive on, we can.
So going to school in the thing about Japan is cities that you just kind of think you're a world away from.
Or just the little Buddha statue, you know, just these little shrines dotted around everywhere. It's nice. Yeah, so I just finished writing a book called the Book of Do. So I go by Undao Do. So I've got 3 books that are coming out. The first book is the Book of Un.
So is that what you said your name was before, Dadu?
So Undao Do, like on my t-shirt here, see? Undao Do. Undao Do. So I go by Undao Do. It's kind of like like if you were given a name, right? Undao Do.
Yeah.
So my original name, my birth name was Michael James Trout, but I go by Undao Do.
Oh, okay.
So because Undao Do is my mantra. You undo with a smile and a laugh. Dao, you help.
The way. Yeah.
Right. Dao, the way that you help. And do, serve. Undao Do. So I chant Undao Do, Undao Do, Undao Do, Undao Do. It's like the Japanese doing their mantra, or any other, right?
Yeah.
So I am my mantra. So Undao Do, and it's I'm the atheist monk. Undao Do. I live in the heartland of Zen. So and I have I don't have a religion. I have a metaphysics.
Yeah.
And the metaphysics is Duism, or in Japanese it's Dunkyo. So Japanese Buddhism is Bunkyo, right?
Oh, okay.
So exchange the B with the D, and you have my metaphysics, Dunkyo.
Oh, okay.
So in Dunkyo doesn't have any books or anything. It just has Undao Do. So Undao Do has many meanings, right? So it means, the first teaching is smile, help, and serve, share, right? I don't use serve for kid because kid doesn't understand servitude. So I taught my kids to smile. Always smile. If you feel that bad, you smile. You get rid of the clouds, right? Feelings are just clouds. They're gonna pass.
Yeah.
That's a rice storage facility there. Those are for when they harvest the rice. This big grain silos. That's JA. But
what does JA stand for?
Japan Agriculture.
Ah, okay.
Look at this guy just chilling out. There you go, Echizen Temple. We went a nice way, dude. I like your way. See, that's the way we would have come. Wait. Am I doing it wrong? Am I supposed to go up there?
No, I think this way.
That's Deer Hills.
Yeah, it's down here to the right.
Oh, I don't want to go to Deer Hills. Down to the right or left?
Yeah,
right?
to the right.
Yeah. We would have come this way. That was the interstate. We would have come over. They would have gotten off there. Are you hungry at all?
Oh, I'm all right, thanks. Yeah.
There is soba, a very famous soba restaurant here. I don't know, but that's if you want to grab some soba. I'll treat you to some soba. You want soba? Have you tried soba? Do you know what soba is?
Soba is the noodles, isn't it?
Yeah, it's buckwheat.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're open yet, but that's very famous.
Oh, okay.
Soba place. This is when my wife and I usually come here. We usually always stop at this soba restaurant, wherever it is. Where the hell is it? Maybe it's... That's not it. It's an old house.
Is it this one 2 kilometers ahead?
Maybe that one 2 kilometers ahead. Does that say soba? Or is that the temple? So, So we're going to Eiheji, which is it's where Zen Buddhism.
Zen tofu.
Yeah, Zen tofu.
I've sort of gone off tofu. When I was here last year on my trip, you know, I was eating lots of tofu, and I'm really a
vegetarian.
No, I'm a natto guy now.
Natto.
Yeah.
Natto.
The other thing about natto is that it's just such a pain in the arse to clean. You know, it's like glue.
Yeah. You want to eat it like in the rolls and stuff, so you're not, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like natto. The fermented natto is the fermented soybean.
Yes, no, that's great stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the soba.
Have you ever had it?
Well, you know, you can never tell if it's soba or wheat, can you? You know, because they're the same kind of color. You know.
Well, the soba is gray. So if it's gray,
but is there a grey wheat one as well?
Not that I know of. If it's gray, it's going to be soba buckwheat.
Oh, okay.
If it's white, you know, it's going or kind of off-white, it's going to be wheat.
I've got buckwheat flour.
Yeah.
So I've been making pancakes with.
So you've been eating soba then?
Well, I've been eating buckwheat, but I don't know about.
That's soba.
Oh, well, I thought soba were the noodles.
Well, soba is the noodles, but it's also soba is basically buckwheat.
Oh, okay.
So soba is buckwheat.
Yeah.
So and then they take the buckwheat and they make noodles out of it. Which this is the place right here.
Oh, okay.
We can hit it on the way back if you like.
Yeah, super. That'd be great. Thanks. Yeah.
We'll hit it here. Because it may be a little early. I think they open usually about 11. But yeah, that's the very famous.
What is the time? You lose track. I've been up so. Although I was late this morning.
It's 10:30 in the morning.
I had the morning walkers coming past my tent.
Old man is like right on my ass, and I'm not even going slow. I'm going the speed limit, 50. Going right on 50. He wants me going faster. That there looks like arugula, doesn't it? That there.
Arugula. That would be pretty big for arugula. They look more like broccoli leaves.
What's the other green? I'm thinking not arugula, but they don't sell it here, but measuring the road, probably going to widen it. Look at that guy. He looked like a real happy guy.
Well, you know, I mean, I think I've even seen some Eiheji doing the band or his partner, and that would be a way to go, yeah. This really is out of the way.
Yeah, it would have been a bitch to ride up here. It would have been a long.
Although, you know, my only real constraint, you know, I've got enough time to get to Fukuoka, but my, you know, a real constraint is kind of the weather, because I managed to lose my Kindle the other day, and so I've got nothing to read. So so when it rains, you know, when it really rains, you know, you don't want to be cycling.
No.
It's kind of like, well, what do I do? You know, and so I haven't got, you know, internet.
Alright, so we're here.
All the time.
I get up a little closer. We're not gonna go here. Alright, I got thought. Yeah, somewhere else. Gotta find a free place to park. At least we'll drive up and around it. Show you where it is. I'm trying to think where I usually park. It's been a while. It's been a number of years since I was in Eiheji. Usually you can find a little parking space to squeeze into, avoid the tourists. I'm always the hacker.
You know, well, you know, I refuse to pay the 100 yen bicycle parking charge.
Where's that? Would they charge you the?
Well, you know, since some of the bigger cities, you know, they have parking spots, but you have to pay for them.
That's
you know,
right.
like the bicycle parking areas, you know, it's kind of like there's so many bicycles that they really don't want you, you know, leaving your bike anywhere, do they?
No, and a lot of times they. So this is part of the temple up here. I flew my drone around here. Yeah, this is the. Is this dead end here? You can't go right anymore. Where that should be where that taxi cab. I should be able to go down there. No, you can't go down there anymore. Okay. You used to be able to drive down that back road there. All right. But that's the. Let's see if we squeeze in somewhere here. Get back there. What's this guy?
No, that's all parking as well.
Was there a passage through there?
No.
The road? How do I get to that back road? The road that was cut off? Let's see here. So we go around the back way to that place. There's our little local police officer. There's a little river I guess this was the river road. That was the back streets there. Alright. Okay, that was the river I walked up. So they've changed it and they don't let you go down there anymore. I think the last time I find the, see, there's parking right there. Look at that. See all that parking? Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, we found it. We found the local parking. Okay, there's the key in here. Oh, shit, my legs. Oh. Ita. Holy cow. Now, there isn't. I don't know if just curious. There's no walkway down here, is there? No. I'm gonna take a whiz. Ah. Look at this guy here. Look at you. Praying mantis. I don't know. Well, guess I was hoping there would be a path this way, but there isn't. What does your map say?
My maps will probably take me around.
So we'll just walk around. I mean, we can just take some pictures. We don't stay long. I like this older ginger. Oh, the door's open. I should. Look, I left my door open. I wonder. Yeah, we'll go down there, walk up that back street. Well, it will take us right there. It's the one that was closed off. There you go. Get your camera. I leave my keys in the car. Been here 20 years. I've left computers, everything.
I mean, if I wasn't going to use it, I would have left it there.
Yeah.
But I kind of thought, well,
you might as well. This is it. This is the place.
Yeah.
I mean, this is amazing. One of the reasons to move to Japan is Eiheji. Is if you're into that, you just feel it. You know, I don't know if you just. I feel Eiheji. I feel this calmness, just this serenity.
big trees.
It's the trees, isn't it? There's bigger ones over there. These are the old. I'm there. There's better ones. Come on, James. I'm going to show you better ones. This is...
I
I just love the the moss and stuff.
Well, you're gonna see trees twice the size of these in a moment.
Yeah, but when you take the picture, then you don't tell unless there's a relative.
Can we cut this way, you think? Or is this a dead end?
I think this would be where.
Now there's a little river there. I think we go down. We'll just. I think I'm not gonna trust you. Your directions. I've lost confidence. I think we go down there just because there is a little river there, and I don't know if there's a way over it. Let me get my little workout. My God, if I rode a bike like you, I'd be looking like you there, James.
Oh,
you just start.
I'm at the age where I'm starting to lose muscle mass, But they do say that the thinner you are, the longer you live.
Yeah. That's the old Methuselah Prize. They validated that. Beautiful Japanese garden. Let's just flip it around.